Talk about sex. So there's a growing number of tech-minded companies that see sex health as an important part of this conversation, and I would certainly say that's part of de-stressing. So Kendra Novick is one of those people, and she's going to talk to you about the science of sexual health. And here we go.
Am I on? Great. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. I just want to thank Andrea for that wonderful introduction. As she said, my name is Kendra Novick. I'm the Director of Business Development for Standard Innovation, but my #1 job is being a mom to my 2 girls. Since we're heading into the afternoon lull, I figure I'd start off our discussion with actually asking you a few questions. By show of hands, how many of you have read one of the books from the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy? Don't be shy, come on. E.L. James, she sold 60 million copies worldwide in 37 countries. In fact, she set the record as the fastest selling paperback, even more than Harry Potter. So the odds are a number of you has helped her in her retirement fund. Okay, so out of those who've read, how many of you are willing to admit you read it on ebook? Raise your hand. Okay. Well, women, you're in good company because actually 90% of people bought their books on ebooks. Why? Women are more comfortable reading them on ebooks. It's discreet. No one can tell what they're reading. And actually, one publisher of exotic novels is recently called ebooks, the ultimate brown paper wrapper. Do you realize just 20 years ago, if you were at a conference like CES, and you were in a crowded event, and you got lost from your colleagues, you'd be out of luck if you didn't have a smartphone. Today, technology has infiltrated virtually every aspect of our lives. We would be lost without it. That's okay. We have smart TV that actually connects us to your Facebook, connects you to your Facebook. We have smart refrigerators that actually tell you when you're out of milk. And we actually have smart cars that tell you, well, you have a backseat driver. It seems like everything today is smart. Now let's go back 25 years to before the internet. We sought out potential mates the old-fashioned way. We might meet them through school, through friends, through clubs, but it was an immediate circle of how we met our social mates or our partners. Today, more than 40 million people in the US alone have tried online dating. And now, people can read about potential mates based on specific needs. There's J-Date, specifically for Jewish singles. Our Time is geared for 50+, and just yesterday, our CEO did something with the Silver Summit, which addressed sexuality with active retirees. And there's even a dating site specifically for farmers. I'm not kidding. It's a place for farmers and ranchers to meet like-minded people. In the last 5 years, the membership went from 2,000 to well over 100,000 members. I want to make sure my facts are right here. Clearly, there's a market. Did you get it? I didn't. So why is my point with 50 Shades of Grey and flipping the pages of then and now? Well, there is some debate over the quality of E.L. James' writing. One thing is for sure, mainstream interest in sex is here to stay. And the trend extends beyond the ebook, and it's a tool for your reading pleasure. So why shouldn't we use technology to advance our interpersonal relationships and better connect with sexuality for our sexual pleasure? Today, you don't have to worry if you can find a mate through J-Date or Our Time or Farmers Only. Tech advancements extend beyond dating into the realm that enables us to have great sex with or without a partner. But before we talk about high-tech sex, let's take one last step back in time and have a quick history lesson. Did you know that Cleopatra was the first to have a vibrator? It was rumored to be a hollowed-out gourd filled with angry, buzzing bees. Ooh, can you imagine if something got out? And then in the 19th century, Victorian doctors in Britain discovered a way to treat, sorry guys. And then in the 19th century, Victorian doctors in Britain discovered a way to treat women suffering from a common condition called hysteria. The symptoms included chronic anxiety, irritability, and abdominal bloatingness. So I look at it as probably was PMS back then. While the physicians originally stimulated the women manually to cure it, the anxiety, they soon got tired of the tedious process and created the first modern-day vibrator. Ironically, this wasn't a taboo topic back then as it was just 10 years ago. Today, more than 50% of women in the US own a vibrator. And this might surprise you, more than half of married women, twice as many married women, actually have a vibrator versus a single woman. And it's not us ladies alone. 70% of men welcome having vibrators in the bedroom. This is all good news. While vibrators aren't a necessity for a healthy sex life, it keeps things interesting, fun, and exciting. My company, Standard Innovation, was founded on this premise. Bruce Mearson, a father, husband, inventor, and a former Nortel employee, was interested in spicing things up in the bedroom. Him and his wife were underwhelmed by what was available out on the market. The more they researched, the more they found industries full of poorly made, toxic material, poorly designed, just cheap. Everything was just not good about them. And there was nothing specifically designed to be shared for couples. Because of this, Bruce dedicated the next couple of years researching and designing, hopefully working his way to invent a safe, high-quality, eco-friendly, friendly sexual aid to enhance the lovemaking between him and his wife. Thousands of design iterations later, WeVibe, the WeVibe, the couple's vibrator, was born. The result was this patented C-shaped device that basically you wear it while making love. There are two motors. Basically, you slide it into the female, male slides in, and both feel the vibe. Next one. After bringing the product to market, because of the great popularity, the WeVibe couples vibrator spread around the world, and then a little startup company in Ottawa, Canada, grew out of a garage into a large corporation. Today, WeVibe vibrator is the #1 couples vibrator in the world. There are more than we have sold over 2 million, and they're sold in 50 countries. You may find them in many boutiques around the world, as well as drugstores and novelty stores, to name a few. Continuing Bruce's vision to create the best possible product, we spend millions of dollars on research and development. Our research and development team is led by expert designers and professional engineers, some of whom used to make bomb jackets for the military and lawnmowers for the Black & Decker. Quite the career change. While many people think that all vibrators are made the same, we rely on medical science of human anatomy and use highly specialized equipment to make such things, everything we produce, and the best in class. From using silicone molding to 3D printers and more than 400 digital and medical mannequins to develop and test prototypes. Calling it a toy just doesn't cut it when you talk about the science that goes into Standard Innovation's WeVibe products. While most people wouldn't think twice about brushing their teeth daily or exercising regularly and eating and healthy, intimacy is often overlooked. moms in particular tend to put their health in the back burner or their needs before their needs of their children or their partner. As women juggle a number of responsibilities throughout the day, from work to kids to just various things in life, sex is often the last thing on their mind. And at the end of the day, a long, long day, the last thing they want to think about is sex. Trust me, I've been there. But the reality is, research is continually showing that people who take sexual health into consideration are overwhelmingly healthier. So why not enjoy it? Our mission is to make sex fun and exciting, but most importantly, approachable. Safety is paramount. There's no compromise on our mind when it comes to safety. We make all of the WeVibe products with medical-grade silicone. That's just the same material you find in baby bottles. They are PBA and phthalate-free, ROAS 1 and REACH 2 compliant, and even vegan and animal-friendly. With that being said, vibrators are like shoes. One size doesn't fit all. You may need to there's a misconception that you may need to experiment and try various vibrators to meet your needs. There is a misconception that all sex is created equal, but only 29% of women can reach orgasm through traditional penetration. The good news, though, is that the majority of women can climax through clitoral stimulation. Ultimately, sex with or without a partner should be about fun and enjoyment. Trying to end the journey to the destination. One of the worst things you could possibly do is try to reach orgasm and the finishing of it. Having a finishing anxiety takes a toll on one's body and adds stress. So just relax, lose the stress, have fun, and enjoy. Any questions? If you have the opportunity tomorrow, whoops, yes? Any questions? Okay. Tomorrow, actually, our research and development director is going to be speaking on sex and technology. So please join us tomorrow at 2:10, and he'll be in room N250.